Hey everybody, it is Kit here. Happy Tuesday and welcome back to the Sims 4 Books Legacy. We're with Generation 2 Hope, and it's probably going to be a bit of a lengthy episode, but I think I'm going to try to get it all done in one fell swoop, and then that way Hope is done for the summer season, the current summer season that is. And yeah, so it is time for us to go with Hope and Erwin and the pets to Silva Dorada. So I hope you enjoy. Hope and Erwin decided to go on a holiday, and so back they went, many years later, to the same little getaway in Silva Dorada. This place was timeless. It was as if they had never left. With everything that was going on, and at the same time not going on, this was the first real food that Hope felt like she was able to eat and actually taste in ages. And the simple grilled cheese really hit the spot. The heat of the day turned to the balminess of night, but the jungle view stayed the same, teasing adventure but providing a serenity that both Hope and Erwin needed right now. With so much stress, turmoil, and change between the two of them, they needed this getaway. This was just going to be time for both of them to relax and work on the relationship. Because despite being child-free and having a large empty nest to themselves, it was as if two individuals had been living separately in that home, just sharing the same bed. No phone calls, no work, just the barest hint of internet. It was just the two of them and the brood of fur babies they had brought. Annie was still with them while Blaze was at his training program, and would stay with Hope and Erwin until Blaze was finished with university. It didn't take long for either of them to reconnect. It was as if the two of them noticed each other for the first time. But few words were really needed. Really, were any words required after a whole lifetime? Hey, E, Hope began. I love you. You know that, right? Hi, Hope. And I know, baby. I know you do. And guess what? What? Erwin gave a shy grin. I love you too. So, you know, maybe the occasional words helped a little bit. Marital relations may or may not have happened that night. For that, Hope won't tell. But what she will say is that this was the first time she felt like she could sleep with minimal difficulty in a long, long time. The worry was still there, of course, but maybe it was the bugs and warmth of her surroundings that gave her something else to focus on. The next morning arrived with a beautiful day in Silva Dorada. The sun was rising high in the sky, and the jungle was alive. Hope began her morning by painting, feeling refreshed and inspired by the beauty around her. As she got older, painting was like therapy, and to be surrounded in such lush greenery, it was like she was on a living, breathing canvas of art. Annie had never been to the jungle, but she adored any chance to get dirty and roll around in the outdoors. As for Cinnamon, she hadn't been here in a long, long time, but Hope had adopted her from here so very long ago. Cinnamon still remembered the scents and trails. And, well, alright. Hope and Erwin have a little tiny confession to make. We all know Erwin can't live without his electronics, and it was a favor of a favor. Erwin just needed to hop on into a computer to take a look-see into a bank account really quickly. It was no big deal. It didn't take that long. As for Hope's excuse, Well, she has a book manuscript she needs to finish writing before the fall debut. But the two promised each other that the work would only last for a few hours. Then they would each get dressed up to go for a nice early dinner, just the two of them. And wouldn't you know it, they each kept their promise. Dinner was delicious but light, because they both wanted to do a little bike ride in the balmy evening sun. Andy had always preferred Granite Falls for his vacations, but Hope and Erwin's hearts belonged to the jungle, right there underneath the banana leaves. Laying on the ancient dock, looking up at the clouds beside the person who had been with them through thick and thin, both Hope and Erwin individually were reflecting a lot lately on just how much they had been through with the other right by their side. A little chess game as the day drew to a close. Erwin was always better at this game than Hope, but he let her think on her moves against his impenetrable defense as he enjoyed the view. Then it was time for another bike ride, but this time it was towards home, or, well, their home away from home. Maybe this bike riding hobby was something they should do in Del Sol as well. It was kind of fun. Even Erwin was enjoying it. It didn't take Cinnamon long to reclaim her old snoozing spot from the first time she was adopted by the Brooks. Look how comfy she is. Oh, how Hope and Erwin, plus the Watcher, will never tire of this view. If they could live here permanently, they absolutely would, just for the view alone. Today, Hope got herself ready for a day out at the spa. She and Erwin were overdue for some pampering. Now, you might be asking, why get so dolled up? Because she could, and she liked it. Hope's birthday was coming up, and, well, Hope was feeling ever so slightly insecure about it. And while Hope was getting ready, Erwin was enjoying some morning laps. The jungle heat naturally warmed these waters, so it made swimming even more fun. Now, a spa couldn't fix everything, unfortunately, but the view and the company helped both Erwin and Hope to cope with their respective losses, even if it was just a little bit. Blaze was always going to be their baby boy, and he wasn't going to leave them. Blaze was just off flying on his own. He had college to go to and dreams to catch, and his parents were both very proud of him. And Marin, both Hope and Erwin had regret as well as love for their wayward daughter in their hearts. Hope wished she could speak to her, to tell her that no matter what, Hope loved her. One last time. Erwin, he was still stuck in the past, wondering what he could have done, what had he done, what did he say, what he could have said. Erwin struggled silently, whereas Hope's emotional turmoil exploded out of her, but both of them wished they could hug their daughter and tell her how much she was loved, even if it was just one last time. Not everything was the same about the jungle, though, because this bar place didn't seem very familiar. Had it always been here? Oh well, games in a bar? Heck yes! After all that pampering, a nice cool drink was exactly what the doctor ordered. Well, not quite. Buttons smashed under deft fingers, each of them sparring with the other. I'm whooping your plum, sweetie. Nuh-uh, I just tanked your health half a bar, pumpkin. I think I'm gonna win, Snookum Bear. Not if I have anything to say about it, dearie. But even as the two were eagerly fighting for their video game lives, the Watcher saw a little sleeping soul and felt a sense of deja vu. Hope went out for fresh air, feeling the same sort of guiding hands that led her to Cinnamon, and found a lost little pup whining for some attention, or maybe a tasty treat. Eagerly, she gently, cautiously, but eagerly, crouched down to the pup. Hi there, sweet baby. Do you have a home? Are you hungry? Here you go. What's your name, precious? I love the sweater. Of course, the sweet baby couldn't speak back, but those eyes were oh so sweet. She was slightly dirty, had no collar, and was very happy for the treat. Naturally, it didn't take Hope, or the Watcher, long to fall in love. And truth be told, it was as if that sweet baby wanted to go home with Hope, because she was the friendliest stray Hope had ever met. So the Brooks tradition was alive and well, and Allie had a new home in the Brooks family. The tradition Eden, Hope's mother, had started long ago was thriving. Annie, Allie, and Cinnamon were all testament to that. Hope was not sure if she would get to adopt another pet in her lifetime, but Hope was grateful and blessed to give Allie a loving home to live out the rest of her days in. The jungle blessed them in so many ways, and Hope may be a little sentimental, but Allie felt as though she was a gift from Hope's mom, sent to her daughter as a way of telling her not to give up hope, that good things were on the horizon soon. Hope and Erwin's jungle vacation and summer may be over, but a new life was just beginning for the Brooks. A new leaf, even. And maybe that new leaf would be shown in the coming fall. In the meantime, though, welcome to your new forever home, Allie. And I am surprised that this video didn't take me as long as I thought it would to get done. I thought this might etch into a 20-minute long video, but turns out no, thankfully. So yeah, it was actually a quick jungle trip now that I'm kind of through it. I think it was only 3 or 4 days, just something to get through the rest of the week with them on. And honestly, I'm really glad I did take them because they always seem to come alive. They being Hope and Erwin always seem to come alive in the jungle. They really have a good time. And also, we got Allie! Oh, I was feeling such deja vu. I, oh, and I was just so shocked too because that was the fastest dog pet period I have ever been able to adopt. And I don't really cheat up the relationships or anything like that. I mean, I could, but like if I'm gonna add a dog and I want to just cheat them, and I'm just gonna do the cheat add to family. I'm not gonna cheat up the relationship. Um, but I think Allie is like one of the friendly dogs. And when I tell you they were like nearly max bar, so freaking fast. It was insane. And it was like, there's the adopt option. I'm like, well, it's definitely meant to be. And she is such a sweet puppy. I actually forgot that she got adopted. I kind of forgot about her, so it was a wonderful surprise to find those pictures. But yeah, so that is that. I don't really have anything else to say other than I hope you guys enjoyed this little jungle adventure. Maybe one of these days, Hope will actually get to go exploring a temple, but I don't really do vacation, like proper vacation in Salvadorada, except with them. Every other time I'm like, well, we have to go explore, we have to go do all the things, and I almost make it a point not to do that with them because they're always go, go, go. Let them have some time, and it's not like there's tons of go, go, go in Granite Falls, you know what I mean? But, maybe when I get back to playing, do y'all think that Hope should get to do some of the jungle? temple stuff. Or maybe I should bring one of the Generation 3 kids with them, and then that way it's more of a family affair. I don't know. Let me know. That could be kind of fun because we're getting close. This is the last post for Hope in the summer, and yeah, when I tell you fall wise, I've got how many pictures is this? Yeah, 22 pictures. So I might have like one or two videos worth of stuff because I've got some other pictures. But I think they're more for Generation 3. Yeah, I don't have a lot of updates left once we get into fall, which is super exciting, by the way. Like, I'm very excited about that. Um, but yeah, point being, we're kind of now getting into the, oh, okay, I can go back and play. What should I potentially do? So if y'all have any ideas for me on what everybody could potentially do, or like little outings or get-togethers or what have you, especially since it has been a solid 2, 3 years since I've played. That's a lot of new packs. Mm, let me know. I'm more than happy to potentially provide that because I am trying to have them go do different things other than what I normally would do. Not just story related stuff, but like go on vacations. I never take my Sims on vacations, and I need to. And especially since we can do the whole residential world stuff, I should try to do some things. And I'm not just saying just for the Brooks either. I'm saying in every game of mine. So yeah, any ideas, hit me up. Any lots, hit me up. I would love some suggestions. But in the meantime, everybody say goodbye to Hope for now. And I do believe that just means Zyala, Marin Blaze, and Fractured Wanderer. And then we will be in fall. And I think I'm just going to do at least one episode of everybody for fall. Maybe two for certain people until I get like pretty much caught up. And then I'll get back to playing and writing and stuff. But I want to see what I have and where I'm at. You know what I mean? But anyways, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Don't forget, where the water's slow, legacies grow.